Good morning, all. Today, I'm going to give you the introduction of energy, auditing, and conservation open elective course, and also I'm going to introduce the syllabus content for your selection of open elective. Yes, the name indicates the energy. It can be neither created nor it can be destroyed. That means it can only be converted from one form to another form. In a room heater, for example, you just take the room heater. The input available to the room heater, that means it takes the supply from the electrical input and that will be converted into heat. That's nothing but thermal energy. So the electrical energy is converted into thermal energy. And for example, if you're taking a turbine, the input of the turbine will be a steam, if it is a steam turbine. So the input is nothing but mechanical energy with the help of some prime mover. So the turbine runs the prime mover and thereby you will get the mechanical power and that will be converted into electrical energy. So here also the energy conversion is taking place from one form to another form. So the energy can be converted from one form to another form. So when we are talking about energy, there are two types of energies are available. One is renewable energy and the other one is non-renewable energy. Renewable energy means it is freely available. It is available from the nature. For example, solar, it's available from the sun. Wind energy, it's available from the wind. So when we are taking about the non-renewable energy, it is not freely available. For example, coal, we have to buy the coal and also diesel, nuclear. So it is not freely available. And also the use of non-renewable energy sources is very limited. So thereby here we are moving our attention to the energy conservation. So why we are going with energy conservation means we have got a limited usage for the energy sources. As far as the non-renewable energy sources are concerned, the limited period only it is available. And also when you are using the renewable energy sources, you have to generate the energy. For that you need some infrastructure. So you are spending some cost. So there also the energy conservation plays a major role. That means whatever may be the energy you are generating it, you have to consider the energy conservation. That means you have to conserve the energy. That's very important. So why we have to conserve the energy means we have got limited fuels available and also the demand for the energy usage is increasing day by day. That's why the energy conservation plays a major role. So as far as the energy auditing and conservation course is concerned, we are going to see what are the types of energies are available, then how to conserve it, and also we are going to see the method of energy auditing in this open elective course. So as far as the energy is concerned in the plant, it's taking, it may be the energy, may be thermal energy or electrical energy. So it is given to the plant. Only 80% of the energy or otherwise some of the plants 70% of the energy will be converted into useful energy. The remaining energy will be lost, that is in the form of losses. So our aim is to reduce the losses by by doing the energy auditing as well as some conservation techniques. So based upon this, we have derived our syllabus. Okay, so mainly the energy losses, we are concentrating only on the energy losses and how to reduce the energy losses, thereby how to improve the plant performance. That only we are going to see that. So based upon that, we have derived the course objectives. As already I have mentioned, first we are going to see the basic principles of energy management in the material as well as in the energy balance. Second one, as far as the energy management is concerned, there are certain procedures are available for doing the energy management and audit. So for that, we are going to study the financial and project management techniques in the energy management. And energy is concerned, there are two types of energy mainly focusing in the industry. One is thermal energy and the other one is nothing but electrical energy. So first we are going to see about third objective, we are going to see the energy conservation of thermal utilities. Then we are going to see about the energy conservation of electrical utilities. Then after that, in the last one, we are going to see the performance of thermal and electrical utilities. That means we are going to see some of the case studies in the fifth unit. That is the fifth objective. So as far as the energy auditing, so here we are talking about the energy auditing and conservation. So energy auditing is concerned, the first primary thing is nothing but we have to collect the preliminary data. Then after that, we have to conduct the plant visit. Then we have to analyze the report and results. Finally, we have to do the follow-up. So these are the stages of energy audit. So all these things we are going to study it in the second unit. So as far as the first unit is concerned, the energy management and audit. So in that we are going to see about the basics of energy and also various forms of energy. Along with that, we are going to see the fundamentals of energy management and audit. What do you mean by energy management and how to do the audit and what are the various methods are available for the energy audit. And finally, as far as the energy auditing is concerned, the material is nothing but the input and energy balance is nothing but the output. So those two things are very, very important in the energy management and audit. So the glimpse of the material and energy balance also, we are going to see it in the first unit. In the second unit, as far as any management technique is concerned, we have to concentrate on the financial management and also we have to concentrate on the project management. So in the financial management, we are going to see about the rate of return, how the cash is flowing and what are the risks is covered with the project. So all those things we are going to study it in the second unit. And project management, how to draft a report, what are the things will be available in the project report. So all those things we are going to study it in the second unit. And third unit, as I have mentioned, the energy is concerned, there are two types of energy. One is thermal energy and the other one is nothing but electrical energy. So in the third unit, we are going to see about the energy efficiency in thermal utilities. So mainly as far as the thermal utilities is concerned, it consists of boilers, steam system and waste heat recovery. So these three things plays a major role in most of the industries. So we are going to see about the performance characteristics, how to find out the performance characteristics, how to improve the performance and what are the conservation opportunities are available in the thermal utilities, boiler, steam as well as in the waste heat recovery. So all those things we are going to study it in the third unit. And in the fourth unit, we are going to see about the energy efficiency in electrical utilities. So as far as the electrical utilities is concerned, the main things are electric motors, compressed air systems, fans, pumps, cooling tower and lighting system. So the main parts, what is the function of that and how to find out the efficiency, how to improve the losses. So all those things we are going to see it in the fourth unit. And the last unit is nothing but these are some case studies. So you will have some problems in that. So boilers, heat exchangers. So many case studies are available. So those things we are going to study it in the fifth unit. So this subject is concerned. It is mainly designed in focus with the BEE, that is nothing but Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So it's an examination pattern. So every year they will conduct the examination for energy manager and energy auditor. In that you have got four subjects. So this syllabus is mainly designed in focus with that syllabus of BEE. In line with that BEE, it consists of four papers. So we have combined the four papers. Some of the main things we have taken and we have framed the syllabus. So this subject will be very helpful if you're going for a core industry. There, if you want to know about the various elements of the industry and how to conserve the energy, how to find out the efficiency, how to minimize the losses. So in line with that, the syllabus has been framed. So those who are interested in the thermal and electrical energy conservation, you can opt this syllabus. So this course will be handled by myself. I am Dr. L. Chitra, Assistant Professor Selection Grade in EEE Department. If you need any further assistance, you can ping me to this number or to this email. Thank you.